likes to know more why. What do you think about architects?
In general?
Yes.
It's just a question. I think as a breed, they're fairly interesting. I should, I guess, kind of preface this by saying that my dad isn't a typical architect. He almost got himself kicked out of graduate school because he offended enough of the professors that no one would sponsor his graduate thesis.
Sounds amazing.
Yes. So his solution to this was to contact a famous Norwegian architect and pay to have him come to Wisconsin to personally approve his design for his graduate thesis. So he's a bit of a rebel. Both of my parents were definitely rebels. But architects in general, I have a soft place in my heart for architects. I think it's a brilliant thing. I grew up. I used to make the bushes on my dad's models that he would build.
Really?
Yes.
That's great.
Yes, because he was like a classic procrastinator, which again, I inherited this trait, and so it would be like the night before, he had to finish the model.
It's counterintuitive because most architects are Frank Lloyd Wright said he wouldn't build people bathtubs.
Really?
Because
is that right?
he wouldn't do it because he said it wasted too much time.
I love that. He also never paid for gas. He was sort of an arrogant bastard.
He wouldn't build garages. He wouldn't build the garage because his idea was that he wouldn't. He thought cars will eventually, no longer exist. So he never built a garage.
I like that. Have you been to Taliesin in Arizona? Have you seen that at Taliesin?
Oh, the round. It's like
It's in Scottsdale.
It's
It was his home, but it was also like his studio. And
I haven't been there.
oh, you should go. It's amazing. Like he wouldn't ever put doors in because he wanted it to be as connected to the land as possible. So the dust would always.
It wasted time. You have to go
Yes. One of my favorite childhood memories is sneaking into Falling Water after it was closed because, of course, nothing had been planned about this trip except that my dad was driving all of us towards this random place in the mountains in the middle of the night, and he wouldn't tell us where we were going. And there's only a cable across the driveway at Falling Water, so very easy to jump over, which we did.
One of my favorite stories, because I told you I'm from, I lived next to Johnson Wax, and when he built the building for Johnson Wax, it leaked. And when Johnson Wax, the original,
they're right there. Maybe around the side.
He asked Frank Lloyd Wright, the roof is fucking leaking, man. And you know what Frank Lloyd Wright told him? Get a bucket.
Yes, yes. Do you know in Taliesin at Scottsdale, they have the program where young architects can go and the culmination of your time there is to design and then actually physically build these small houses, and they're gorgeous. They're beautiful, small studies basically. But then they have to live in them. They personally have to live in them for a week because they have to experience being in the space and fix things like a leaky roof or whatever it may be.
In Falling Water, apparently, the first tenants complained constantly about the noise.
I bet it was really loud. It's a very powerful waterfall.
Isn't this annoying? Do you keep looking at this?
No, I can't look at it. I avoid it.
Don't look at the camera. That's the first
This
thing
is
they
why I'm a
say.
stage actress, not a film actress.
Don't look at the fucking screen, Caitlin.
Bring that here then. Bring it here. Don't trick it.
It takes a whole amount of schooling to not look at the camera. You
Don't look.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not.
And this isn't even a camera. It's my friends, my very good friends. He's so nice, and he wouldn't do. So this is just. But I'm holding it. It's funny when your arm reaches and you're holding the camera.
You're actually physically connected to something as ridiculous as that.
It is. But wait. You have a stage.
I'm ridiculously